Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Lo Inspired Living. On this channel, we talk all things beauty and all things fragrance. If that sounds like something you might be interested in, please consider hitting that subscribe button, leaving me a like and comment. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. I love you guys. If you're new here, this is actually the perfect time for you to be joining us. We're starting a new little series today. Before I get into it, I just gotta show off my Sabrina Carpenter shirt. I went to the Short and Sweet tour recently, so I got my little shirt. I had such a good time. She was amazing. That tour was amazing. But let's get into the point of today's video. So this new series, I think I'm gonna call it Coffee Chats or something along that line. Basically, it's where I just sit down and chat with you guys about something I have my opinions on, or something that I have a lot to yap about. Today I want to talk about advent calendars. So with the holiday season coming up, advent calendars, beauty advent calendars specifically, are something that is so popular in the beauty space every year. It's been popular for quite a while now. Now that I have my own YouTube channel and I've been doing this for a couple months and have started kind of becoming comfortable and like figuring out what I'm doing, by no means do I like know what I'm doing. I'm still very much a newbie, but I'm okay with that. I am loving my YouTube journey. I'm loving like the slow but sure community that I am seeing starting to form, and I'm excited for whatever happens in the future. So since this is called Coffee Chats, of course I have some coffee. Like, look y'all, it's real, I have coffee. And I'm just gonna sit and yap with you guys, and half of the video, the point is my opinion and what I think, but another big part would be you guys commenting down below, letting me know your experience, what you think, how you feel about it, because, you know, I'm only one person, I only have one opinion and one perspective. I would love to hear what you guys think. If you have different perspective, or if you agree, disagree, whatever, I want you to leave your perspective in the comments below and we can chat about it. Now, I am talking about advent calendars today. So advent calendars have been really popular in the beauty space for the last few years, especially around Christmas. Of course, it's an advent calendar, so they usually do come out around Christmas. Now, I have kind of seen the whole scale. I've seen advent calendars for really inexpensive all the way to like our luxury beauty brands like Dior has an advent calendar and things like that. And I just kind of want to share my experience and my opinions on that. I have some notes, so I'm going to be like referring to my little notes. So the reason why I wanted to film this video is actually because I filmed a whole different video, y'all. And I'm a small channel, like I kind of need to use everything I film, and that's been my whole process, is like learning through filming, learning how to fix my camera setup, learning about lighting and editing. I'm still very much on that learning journey through filming videos, and so every video is an experience for me because I'm still kind of in the beginning stages of my channel. And so to have this video filmed and to just scrap it and not edit it, not upload it, honestly kind of set me back, because there's been a few videos now that I've done and I just, at first I kind of wanted to be like, well, I'm just going to upload it anyway, who cares? But then I thought like, no, I really need to be intentional about this, because these early videos are setting the tone for my channel. And it's not that deep, but it kind of is, because I opened this advent calendar for you guys and I filmed it, and as I was opening it, it was just kind of like my first reaction, so I wasn't like being super critical, and I'm just not a mean person in general. It's very hard for me to like, you know, be mean. I know that's like what's popular and that's like what's funny to watch, but it's very hard for me to like sit on camera and be like, I hate this is horrible, don't buy this, like that's just not me. Because I always try and justify, I'm like, well, somebody worked on this, somebody like produced this product, whether it's a small business or a corporation, like there's somebody that is attached to this at the end of the day. Most people don't feel like that, and that's totally fine. Those videos are very hyped for a reason. It's very funny to watch people crap on a product or whatever. And if it deserves it, if the product truly is crap, it deserves it, you know, fine. But this advent calendar, it was about $30, and like I said, I am a small channel. I don't get paid for anything. Everything that you see on this channel is from my own money. I don't have affiliate links. I don't have PR. Not yet. One day your girl will. But the point is that even if I do get that in the future and I get things that are not paid with my own money, I will always be 100% honest with you guys. Like, there is nothing that will buy my approval. So even though I'm not a mean person and I'll be like, well, I don't personally like this, but it might be good for this. Like, that is how honest I will be with you guys. I'm not going to be like, oh my god, this is crap, throw this in the bin. Like, no, that's just not me. But I will be honest with you guys if a product doesn't work for me or if I don't think it's a good value. And that is what I'm seeing a lot with these advent calendars, is that the cost of the advent calendar does not match the value. So I kind of wanted to express my opinions on that. So cost is just literally the number, how much it costs, whereas value is how much are you willing to pay for that product, that it is adding value to your life. How reasonable is that price for you, that that item is going to enhance your life in some way? And with it being a beauty product, are you going to get a lot of use out of it? Is it a good product, like good formula? Is it a good size? That's going to come up a lot because, girl, with these advent calendars, having these itty bitty little teeny weeny things. So when I see like these luxury advent calendars like from Dior that are like $800, $900, almost $1,000 you're spending on an advent calendar, and it has miniature items, I personally can't. And I think a lot of times, I love watching advent unboxings and I love watching the videos, but I know that a lot of times when these creators get these luxury advent calendars, y'all, it's PR. It's PR, y'all. So of course they're gonna say like, oh my gosh, this is such a great deal. This is so awesome. Thank you, Dior. Thank you, you know, whoever. They don't want to be kicked off the PR list, and you know, they want, you know, to have a good relationship with that brand, and that's totally fine. But as for me, I don't think that will be something that I will go for as far as advent calendar. It just really bugs me because I could see somebody that watches these videos and really aspires to have these like aspirational luxury items, spending that money and getting such a small, crappy, like little sample. Like, yeah, you're getting a piece of the product, but it's so small. Like, I'll show you pictures. This was the Dior advent calendar last year, and it was $850. And, like, you're getting miniature candles, mini perfumes, like, miniature things. Like, you're not really getting that many full-size products. And for it to cost that much money, I just think it's a waste of money, y'all. And it's great if you get it for PR and it's free and you didn't spend your own money on it and the brand just wants to send it to you. That's great. But as far as the everyday person, I feel like people who do those unboxings have a responsibility to say like, hey, I got this sent in PR. And maybe say like, I don't think the average person should be spending this money to get this value. Like, the value and the cost don't match. And I think that's okay to say. You know, but another thing is value is going to be different for everybody. You might value a miniature bottle of perfume and cherish it and like all that kind of stuff, but someone who has lots of luxury perfumes, they don't have that much value for them because they know like, okay, I have the whole size bottle of the Dior perfume. Why do I want this little tiny sample? But, you know, if you've never had Dior perfume and this is the only thing that you have. But again, I'm like, okay, I would rather just spend, if it was me, I'm going to spend my money on a full-size bottle of perfume rather than a box full of miniature things. That's just me. So I talked about cost versus value and how that can change based on where you are in your life. Like, what you value in your 20s and 30s is not going to be the same as what you value in your or what I should say, what you value in your 20s is not going to be the same as what you value in your 30s and your 40s, where you are in life, where you are in like stage of life and things like that. Your values are going to change. So I do understand that. So that is something to think about. I want to show you guys the box that I got. So I'll insert like some clips or some pictures here. I'll pause it right now. I'll pause talking right now and I will actually insert some clips of me from that unboxing. Gosh, y'all, this is the tiniest little thing. It's so tiny. Lipstick. This is Soft Core. Ooh, here we go. Here's like that cranberry color that would go really well with the lip liner that we got. So here is a picture of everything that came in that unboxing all together. And like I said, this was about $30. Mini products, and honestly, I've been using some of the products. I have thrown half of it away because the product quality is just not there at all. Really, like, not good quality, not good color payoff, nothing. So like in the video I had said, oh, this would be good for like a beginner or a teen. I don't think I would even recommend it for that now, because after like actually opening it and using all the products, I don't think it's worth it for anybody. I just don't think it is. So even though my personal advent calendar experience this year was not good, I do think that there are lots of advent calendars that do have value. So, because obviously they're popular for a reason, people still watch the videos for a reason, and I think it's fun to like aspire or see other advent calendars that you're not necessarily going to get it, but it's still that human nature, that curiosity, like, ooh, what's in it? What's behind the mystery? What's behind all the little doors and everything? It's the mystery aspect of it that makes it popular. And that's totally fine. I think, you know, brands are going to keep doing it. I just think the point I'm trying to make is, as a consumer, be smart. Because some of these are just scams, straight up. Some, not all advent calendars are scams. There are some that I think the cost does match the value, but most of them that I see are not. And especially like some of these luxury ones, y'all, I really think it's a shame, because I think a lot of people aspire to have some of these brands like Chanel, Dior, like these big name brands, and so they see this advent calendar and maybe it's at a price that is something that is affordable for you, rather than spending thousands of dollars on a purse or a bag or shoes or things like that. And you're like, okay, well, this is an attainable luxury, and maybe in the moment you feel really good about it, but I just feel like if you do that, you're gonna have regrets, because you're getting mini products, like mini candle, a tiny little lipstick, perfume that's gonna last 2 weeks. Like, that's how I feel about the majority of advent calendars, is that I feel like they're just not worth it, and they're just not my favorite. And I feel like a lot of brands for their advent calendar throw in like some of their cheap stuff, like sample size stuff. I was just like, no. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. But that being said, I'm gonna play devil's advocate and see both sides here. I think some brands do advent calendars exceptionally well. There's one advent calendar in mind that I aspire to more than any other advent calendar, that I think the cost truly exceeds, I think the value exceeds the cost, actually. And that is the P. Louise advent calendar. It's probably the most popular advent calendar of the advent calendar season, but I think it's for a good reason, because y'all, the P. Louise advent calendar, though it is expensive, I think it's like $300 to $400 for the US, because it is a British company, so there's shipping and all that kind of stuff. So I think I was briefly looking into it. For the US, for shipping, it would be like $400 total. That's way too much. That's too much for me. That's the thing. If I wanted to, I could, but I would have to put it on a credit card, and you girls not doing that anymore. Just being like a responsible person, the way the place I am in my life right now, I'm just not gonna spend $400 for myself all at one time on things like that. That's just me. You might be in a place in your life where you can. Good for you, girl. Go ahead. But as for me, I can't afford that right now. Maybe next year I will. That's kind of like what I'm working towards, and my goal would be to get it next year. But the reason why I think it is not a scam and why I think the value and the cost, why the value exceeds the cost, is because I really think they work to create an exceptional product, and just the packaging, the branding of it is just so elite and such a good presentation. Like this year it's a big train and it has lights and it has a whole story. The video, it was so well done, like showing all the products. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to go to the P. Louise YouTube channel and watch it. That is what an advent calendar should be, because it's just exceptional for the cost, the value of all the items, as well as it's one of those where it's a 24-day advent calendar, but there's more than one item for a lot of the days. So that just like brings it over the top. And another important thing, obviously, there's no samples. There's no tiny items in the P. Louise box in the advent calendar. So I'm just saying, for me, that's the advent calendar that I would hope to spend my money on one day. And I think Sabrina would too. I think Sabrina would like it as well. But I would aspire to have the P. Louise advent calendar. And I want to try the P. Louise brand. I know they have the budget box and stuff, but with it shipping from the UK, it is quite expensive. So in the future, I would love to try their brand, and maybe next year we'll celebrate and have a really amazing P. Louise advent unboxing. But like I said, I'm done yapping. That was only half of this video. Half of it also needs to be your opinion. I want to know what advent calendars you've gotten, if you felt like the cost and the value match. Have you been disappointed by advent calendars? Do you not participate in advent calendars at all? Or do you do homemade advent calendars? Because that's how this whole tradition started, was doing homemade advent calendars at home with like little snacks and things and homemade items. Do you still follow that tradition? What do you think about beauty advent calendars and the whole, like that whole thing? I just want to know your opinions and your experiences, so please take some time and leave them in the comments below. If you are a returning member and you've watched this whole video, thank you so much. And if you're new and you've watched this whole video, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. Just do it. I have a lot more beauty and fragrance content for you guys planned. I'm having such a good time on my channel, and I think it's going pretty well. So please consider joining me for this journey, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.